Welcome back to another week of the Roar Rundown. This week sure has been exciting, hasn't it, Josh?
Absolutely, Tiffany.
Let's start out with the men and women's tennis teams. The women faced off against Rhodes College and Henderson State University, but lost in the first match 8-1 on Friday and then 5-2 on Saturday. Now 1-2 on the year, the Lady Tigers will travel to Russellville, Arkansas on Wednesday and then travel to Dallas, Texas this weekend to play Collin College, New Mexico Military Institute, and North Central Texas College. Before the men's tournament this past weekend, our very own Elizabeth Steele met up with junior Dan Kaplan to find out how the team was feeling going into the matches.
I'm here with Dan Kaplan, a junior tennis player at OBU. So Dan, tell me a little bit about the win you had this weekend.
So we start season this Saturday, past Saturday. We won a really good match against college from Texarkana. Was a good start for the team. Really excited about it. So we played really good.
Awesome. So what are you looking forward to for the rest of the season?
Well, we have 3 new freshmen. They are looking really good. We have really high expectations. So try to go by match and try to win as much as we can and do our best, of course.
Sounds great. Well, that's all we've got today. Back to you guys.
The men improved to 3-1 on the season after defeating St. Edward's University 5-2 and St. Mary's University 4-3, but they lost the final match against the University of West Alabama 4-0. They will host 2 games this coming weekend against Southwest Baptist University on Thursday and Mississippi College on Friday.
The Ouachita baseball team had a solid weekend last week. The Tigers hosted their home opener on Thursday against the University of Arkansas Fort Smith and got off to a strong start in the game, but were unable to hold on in the final inning of play, dropping the game 8-7. Shortly after, the Tigers traveled over to Henderson State's field to play Missouri Western State University. After trailing for the majority of the game, the Tigers pulled out an impressive win after senior Bo Sutton tied the game on an RBI single before sophomore Tyler Reebok drew a walk-off walk to secure the victory. Here's what Sutton had to say when looking back at his at-bat in the win.
Well, Coach actually gave me the bunt, and I pulled back twice on a bunt and went down 0-2. Was just thinking, refuse to lose a baseball game right here. And fought off some pitches and finally got a pitch I could handle and hit it in the gap. We really needed a W and just happy we could get it done and prove that we're the better team today.
In the final game, the Tigers played at home against Northwest Missouri State University and opened the floodgates in the 7th inning by scoring 7 runs with 2 outs. With a game at a score of 5-3, senior Aaron Studdard hit a bases-clearing triple to put the Tigers ahead 8-3. Although the Tigers surrendered 3 runs in the top of the 9th inning, they pulled out the 8-6 win and evened their record at 3-3. In case you missed it, here's the hit by Studdard, as well as what he and head coach Luke Howard had to say after the game.
Next pitch, swung on and laced to left field. That's gonna fall down, runners are moving. That's a stand-up double and a base-clearing double for Aaron Studdard as he laced one to deep left field. And he is now on base all 5 times today with 2 doubles and 3 walks. And he makes it an 8-3 ball game.
Hey guys, I'm here with Aaron Studdard, who got on base every time today, had 2 hits and 3 walks, as well as a base-clearing double down the left field line that put the Tigers up in an 8-6 home win. Aaron, take me through your at-bat.
Well, I knew that guy coming in, he was struggling to throw strikes, so we had the approach to take a strike, just kind of let me get comfortable, and he started throwing some. I was lucky I got into a 3-1 count. He ended up spotting up a curveball, so I went full. And after that, I was sitting fastball, but I knew how they pitched me throughout the day that he was probably going to come with off speed. And he ended up throwing a changeup, and I was just sitting on it, and I stayed back enough to put a good swing on it, and that was it.
And Aaron, this was your first home win of the season, improved to 3-3. How exciting is this?
It's awesome. This team, we've been working really hard. It's great to, drop a few, but then come back with 2 wins in a row. So we're looking forward to getting this momentum going and keeping it going into tomorrow against Delta.
Well, awesome, Aaron. Thank you so much. I'm going to get Coach over here as well. Coach Luke Howard, you got your first home win today and a phenomenal performance all around. What can you say, just recapping the game?
I would say that it's amazing, this game of baseball, how it puts you in situations that you were just in. Yeah, 24 hours ago, we're up in the 9th inning and really made some plays to lose the game. And tonight, you know, you're just talking to Aaron. He comes up and has a big 2-out bases clearing double. I mean, that's what captains do. That's why he's a captain and a senior on this team, and this team's resilient. And that's great for this baseball program. And the next day, after we make plays to lose, we make them to win today. And these are good baseball teams that we're playing. Let's leave no doubt about that. These teams that we've been playing this weekend are good baseball clubs. So that's a big-time win for this program right there.
Well, congratulations, Coach. The baseball team will play another game at Rab Rogers Stadium against the University of the Ozarks on Wednesday before beginning conference this weekend against Arkansas Tech University.
Ouachita softball team played 2 games this past weekend against Missouri Southern State University and Missouri Western State University, but struggled offensively, falling in both games 2-1 and 8-0 respectively. They will travel to Bentonville, Arkansas this weekend for a 2-day doubleheader against Washburn University and the University of Nebraska at Kearney on day 1, and then Fort Hays State and Mississippi College on day 2. Last week, freshman pitcher Mabry Smith was named Pitcher of the Week in the Great American Conference, throwing 16 strikeouts in her pitching debut, giving the Tigers their first win of the season against Christian Brothers University. Let's send it over to Kylie Sharp, who had a chance to ask Mabry about her performance.
Hi, I'm here with Mabry Smith, freshman softball player. So, Mabry, tell me what was running through your mind on the mound when you struck out 16 girls, leading the Tigers to their first win of the season.
I didn't really realize there was 16 until after the game. I was just playing it by, each play, and then after the end I was like, oh, okay. So, I was just playing it one batter at a time.
Okay. And what were your emotions when you found out that you won Freshman of the Week?
I was kind of shocked. I just played as hard as I could, just hoping. I was playing for the win. I wasn't really playing for a certain award or anything, but it was just shocking.
Okay, well, thank you. That's all we have here. Back to y'all.
Let's cap off the show with the men and women's basketball teams. Both teams played on the road against Arkansas Tech Thursday and Harding on Saturday. The women got off to a slow start against Tech and ended up falling 88-64 in the match. But they responded the next game when they found themselves down by 20 points and pulled back to within 4, just falling to the Bisons. The comeback was led by Madison Britton and Riley Lavender, who each recorded 20 points in the contest. As for the men, they are currently riding a 2-game win streak after their 96-82 win against Arkansas Tech and a 77-62 win over Harding. Senior Malin Martin led the Tigers in scoring both games, combining for 46 points with a standout performance of 25 points against Tech and 21 points and 6 rebounds against Harding. Sophomore Matt Stanley had a big impact in both games as well, with 24 points and 9 rebounds against the Wonder Boys and 14 points against the Bisons. Both teams will come back to Arkadelphia this week at Henderson State for the Battle of the Ravine game on Thursday and Southern Arkansas University on Saturday.
That's all we have for this week on the Roar Rundown, but there's a lot to look forward to this weekend for Ouachita Athletics.
Don't forget to follow us on social media. We'll see you next week on the Roar Rundown.